Hello? Okay, it's working. We're back to Pathologic. The question is, what was I doing? Okay, we did the side quest. Let's go see if the soldier did anything to that bull. We don't have any letters for the day yet. Our stats are middling. Money is fine for now, but I do want to buy military clothes. And those were quite expensive. Need a little bit of reputation. Ooh, that's a plague house. I thought that was a looter house. Take a visit to Bad Grief, buy all his ammunition up, unless I already did that. I don't think I did that. Yeah, we're only 4 hours, 40 minutes in the day. There's no way I did that. God, that's so loud. This is a district. A loaf of bread. Nice. Do you think my local pawn shop will just take a bunch of random, outdated, immune... It's reputation maxed, so we can kill some more soldiers. Maybe we'll get ammo from Bad Grief first. Pray Bad Grief has a shotgun.
So, Rube.
When do you get a shotgun? You know, we're on day 10. I'm just gonna look up where you get a shotgun, because the route's almost over. Does the Bachelor just never get the shotgun? Apparently, all the shotgun ammo I have is useless. As Bachelor, how you get a shotgun is you have to do a side quest for the Inquisitor on day 7, which I didn't get because I chose the wrong dialogue option. So I will never receive the shotgun. That's kind of depressing. I don't know why I expected any different. A single coin. Oh, this house sucked. Welcome in. Is it Silas or Silas? Welcome in. It's going okay. My inventory's full. That is very loud. What shop is this? Just the kind I'm looking for. Of course he's gonna try to throw this knife at me. A mask? Is that just a new clothing slot? Sure, I'll take it. I need to get all my clothes repaired. Yikes. Where's a regular woman when you need one?
Premonitions rarely.
Bachelor, I would like you to explain a certain important point to me. You have a close relationship with the Canes, do you not? Why do you ask? Because they're obviously very fond of you. Maria's in love with you, that's clear as day, even though it makes no sense if my knowledge of her future plans is correct. Victor has gone so far as to entrust you with some final family matter. Georgie speaks of you with great sympathy. And so? The Canes will help us, if they are still capable of anything at all, that is. To gather the necessary documents concerning that unusual structure, polyhedron. What happened to them, by the way? I don't know, something has happened. But something could happen any time now. Hello, Suki. They're a remarkable lot, you know, that have some remarkable family rites. They have this tradition for, I think, commemorating the dead, when they shut themselves in and refuse to allow absolutely anyone to communicate with them. So it'd be reasonable to speak with them about the tower before they set about their family tradition? Basically, yes. If you're too late, communication could become quite difficult. That I know from experience. Although I doubt that they will tell us what we really want to know about the tower. Just speaking with them is not enough. I need documents. Hello, Osvan. I understand. Basically, I need to know what the structure is. I need all documents pertaining to that building. There's probably a connection between its fantastic form and the fantastic events that have taken place. Where could those blueprints be? The Canes surely know everything. Maybe they keep copies of the blueprints. After all, that Chimera was built under their patronage. Let them be the ones to make excuses now. I don't think so. That structure is a product of Peter Stomatin's wild imagination. I'll speak with him.
The commander and I haven't held count.
It is far easier to be wise for others than to be so for oneself.
Yeah, it's the main quest.
What?
One blow after another. Clara is becoming a mistress of the earth, a dreadful one, too. She's ruthless and cruel. Fanatics believe her, and she'd happily burn us all at stakes. I can feel this horrible heat with my very skin. Who's inflicting blows on whom? The changeling is robbing us for the most precious thing. She's dousing Peter's genius. She's tempting him, sowing the destructive seeds of doubt in his weakened soul. Her rhetoric can easily drive him mad. How do you know about it? She's been trying for a long time now. He sent me a crazy verse letter, a love letter. I won't show you. He says he's breaking down. He cannot stand it anymore, but I cannot help him either. The changeling gnaws at him like a worm. This is all Aglaia is doing. She has sent her. Crazy farewell letter. Seems like Eva's history is repeating itself. Did you believe those who were saying it was me who pushed her to make the final step? Did you believe the one claiming it was petty jealousy? Either of you or of Peter or of both of you that made me do it? No, I didn't. I fear Peter will die today. If that happens, a part of the world will peter out with it. An everlasting, irreparable loss. There's never been and will never be an architect like him. How can I make him change his mind? Tell him that I am turning into a mistress. Tell him I can feel the scarlet lava. Tell him I am ready to accept it into my womb. Tell him my mother is looking at me now. I shall become her. I shall overcome her. I shall build what he had conceived. That is why I'll preserve the tower. Tell him. I feel he's with Andre now. I will. I was going to visit Andre anyways. Do you have anything else to say?
Peru specs rescue.
Okay.
Most men only die because
What do
they
you
know
want?
not how to prevent
I don't
dying.
recognize you, Judge. You've changed. Oh, that's it. Yeah, it is weird for him to just say, "What do you want?" Unlike the rest of the game, he was very nice. Well, kind of nice. He's a pain in the butt for a bit of it. What do you want, you creature of liberty? Am I blind? Oh, the clothes shop's over there. Man, is there any district that's not a looter plague district? I need to find a woman to repair my clothes. Actually, I think there was one down here. Dear Lord, the game's just throwing everything at me.
That's it. There's nothing left
Oh,
here.
just the person I wanted to see. We've had quite an adventure here. My knife loves strife. It has a gripe with the type filled with tripe. So tell me, what would be best? Should I drag my little brother over here to always have him by my side, or rather move to his place? Do you know already what happened to your brother? Of course I do. And how do you know? Tell me about this adventure of yours, will you? You see, my dear brother is seeing pink elephants. He's talking to bottles. The conversations seem to be enlightening, too. He mostly does the listening. And so he got it into his head, as far as I understood. He decided that he was at his limit and wanted to try his luck. Is he in a crisis? Let me guess. Has it started yesterday? He's been getting uncanny ideas. He wanted to pay visits to all his early, works. I mean the ugly ruins, the stairways to heaven, that are scattered around the town. He said he needed to find the ideal place for something, and I have no idea what he has in mind. Alright, so what about the adventure? He broke loose and ran outside, wild and disoriented, fell across some soldiers. I've been told he had been preparing to leave his humble abode beforehand. Someone's heard the ruck. Thankfully, I got there in time. He managed to provoke the royal riflemen somehow, so they start clubbing him, and then, well, you know me. How many? 3 flamethrower-wielding freaks, and an officer. What are you going to do? What's wrong with you? I'll just deal with everything that needs to be dealt with, and that's it. I'm never leaving him again. All our lives we've been persecuted for being extraordinary. As soon as a genius sets foot out of his house, he's immediately struck by lightning. You must know that. We're birds of a feather, you and us. Yes, this is true. I could have easily been in your shoes. Huh?
A bull is down. Well, that's one straightforward allegory.
Alright, I gotta go pay a visit to Psycho Man. Actually, is this a clean district? I desperately need to find a woman to repair these clothes. I could break into houses to try to find one. I have one lockpick. I get one try. Good God. I'm Bachelor Dankowski, an authorized representative of the Inquisitor, head of the sanitary staff. Your company commander should have informed you. Right. So what are you here for? I mean, do I lie? I'm here on assignment from General Block. Report the situation. Our immediate commanding officer is Captain Longinen, commander of the 15th Company. He's in charge of investigating the attack on the Flamethrower Corps Sanitary Patrol. Any more questions? So you're telling me the General Block has no authority over you? He'll be excited to find out. We're going to find the offender sooner or later anyway. We already have tactical data suggesting that one of the offenders is hiding in the ruined building in the central part of town and is presenting armed resistance. I suggest you cooperate in his arrest, or else. Come on. Send me the dark blue flame. I desire to burn down not an earthly, but an heavenly fire. So please, do bring me this spicy spirit. Bring me my smoky, dense, odorous sap. I want to burn myself in twirine. How about some water? You look like hell, mate, so you've changed your mind and become the master of cremations after all? Is this how you want to die? Silence! Listen to my confession. I'd rather confess to you than to her. Listen, and I shall tell you what I had managed to create. When I studied architecture for the longest time I remained passive and didn't do or make anything at all, except observations. It always seemed to me that my house is so much more than walls, a hearth, and a roof. I'm listening. At last I realized that any building is an edifice, a concurrence of planes, lines, rhythms, and temperatures that could become a perfect vessel for a soul. Not a human soul, no, a bigger one. The soul that no man can communicate with yet, for it has no shape, cycle, or voice. Are you referring to an intelligent being? I don't know. Neither did I know or experience the soul back then. I only sensed its existence and loved it in advance. When my passion reached its zenith, I realized I just couldn't live like that any longer. I wanted to speak its tongue. I wanted to touch it. And so I gradually began to try. I started to design buildings that were not buildings, chambers that people couldn't live in. Everyone thought I was either a madman or a joke. Only my brother believed in me, he and the few that were privy to my secret, and they knew that my designs were not intended for men, but rather for this wondrous soul. And what came out of that? Finally, I understood that I was on the right track. I knew I was discovering an insane but genuine feature that only a lover can feel, and I knew I was striking true. I constructed project after project, but all of them contravene the laws of earthly physics and geometry. Seems like my beloved soul is unlikely to find a permanent shelter on this earth. Why? Chimeras. They were all chimeras. Nobody would have allowed me to even model them, if not for Nina the Wild. Oh, that's when my brother and I met her. She married Victor, went to live here, and provided me with everything. The place, the materials, the working hands, and most importantly, hearts willing to believe in miracles. What do you mean? I mean that buildings demand people. Moreover, they demand the people that would demand those buildings back. Museum showpieces, models, abstractions, mind games. These are all not my cups of twiring. Nia gave me a whole living town, a town aching and craving to go heavenwards, to the stars. A town desperately hungering for a crown, the crown I've given to it. Is that so? I built it from prisms and mirrors. I managed to focus them, to capture the perfect trick of the light and dream. That's right. I'm a trick master, the ultimate magician. I focus the aura of magic just like a lens focuses sunrays. And now the town is dying, poisoning my precious wreath, my crystal bud, my focus. So what can your polyhedron really do? I cannot put it into words. It's only been tested by the children yet. If you ask them, they tell you that it brings their dreams to life, plays their games, daydreams with them, transports them into someone else's fantasies. Heard anything about it? I have. The Canes could tell you even more. They tell you this is a vessel that can hold the most precious substance of all, the focus of a soul. But even they cannot understand what they've been granted. Neither can I, and I will never be able to repeat it. I'm dead. So this is suicide? It is. See, I was smart enough to take the designs of my creation to the party. Give them to me as a keepsake. Old boy, I'm thirsty, old boy. Bring me 5 bottles of Twirine and you can have the designs. No one would be able to decipher them anyway. And if they do, no one would have built it. Fine, I'll bring them to you. Wait for me and don't do anything stupid. I'll be back. How do we get out of here? How did the rat get in here? I just jump over the fire. I'm here for alcohol. Give it to me. How much do I have? Probably none. 1. We must acquire the beverage. Drugstores might sell it. Yeah, I haven't played the other routes yet, but suicide really is a central theme of Bachelor's Route. Eva kills herself. Victor and Georgie plan on killing themselves. The Stomatin's gonna kill himself. Basically, all of the girls you interact with have suicidal plans. Is Mono Shishiro trying to tell me something? Oh, it doesn't sell Twirine, that's annoying. I don't think there's ever been a situation where I needed to use the lamp. I should look up if the lamp actually has like an effect. Like it repels plague or something. Or if it's just an unnecessary feature. Most of this loot no longer has a purpose because I can't trade with people anymore. Like, there's no people to trade with. That I need to, like, get more stuff before the military arrives. Even more stuff. I am a little annoyed that this main quest is like, yesterday's main quest was, hey, get 5 rifles, and today's main quest is, hey, get 5 bottles of alcohol. It's almost like they started like running out of things they wanted you to do. Katarina's unexpected invitation. I beg you to believe what I say. These recent events are monstrous. My hands tremble so much I can hardly write. He's here again. Come to the Rob, please. I need you. Alright. It's like they just ran out of like ideas. Like, hey, gamers love fetch quests, right? I wonder if shops reset midday. Nope. Oh, the bar sells alcohol. What was I thinking? How much alcohol does it sell? Though? Come on. Not enough. I need one more.
Fortune appears so blind.
I can't even, like, warn him of his brother's suicide scheme. Like, the game clearly wants people to kill themselves. Cause, like, you can't stop Eva. You can't even... What? Why? Huh? My reputation was max? What? What? Hello? Why? Oh my god. The flamethrower just decided he wanted me dead, I guess. I don't know why. Ow. Alright, let's... I'm really curious why that flamethrower just decided to kill me. Is there like an infection threshold where they just decide to kill you? Yep, that's what it is. It's not even that high. That's like under half where they just decide to murder you for being infected. How do they even know? The main issue is all my clothes are absolutely destroyed from just not being able to find a repair person. So anytime I touch a cloud, it just ruins me.
My eyes.
There you are, Bachelor. I've been waiting for you, waiting to reveal to you.
Don't they?
Nobody else knows the secret. I'd never tell them. Who else could I reveal it to but you? The man that only came here for its sake. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Who I am talking about? Well, Simon? Simon is alive. I just saw him suddenly appear at the Crucible. I sense him, you know. I can't ignore it. I woke up. The feeling refused to let go of me. He's there. He's still there. It was all a lie, an illusion. Reuben will back up my words. I understand. Why Reuben? Reuben must tell the truth. He never lies if you make him swear on his master's name. He will tell you then that he never dissected the body. Simon is at the Crucible. It was all an illusion, a deception. Why would somebody arrange such a deception? Illusions. The Kanes engineered the epidemic, then hid it behind a false murder. Simon is at the Crucible. I know he is, and I will have proof. If you won't do it, I'll stoop to asking the Changeling, and even the Haruspecs if she refuses too. Aglaia will heed their words more willingly than she would heed mine, and she needs to know. Simon is to a certain extent a concept. That much I have concluded by now, which means your words can be taken very much as an allegory. No! That's exactly why the Kanes are so abhorrent. Any fantasy that only has the right to exist in the realm of dreams, they give substance. It's as if they're just bringing all those illusions, all the vastness available to the human imagination, into this world. Fine, but why are you so upset? I beg you on my knees, go to him, see for yourself that he's alive, and let the Inquisitor rend the Kanes to pieces. Aglaia will be happy because the only good thing in her is her hatred of the Kanes. Is that so? I didn't know that. Well, now you do. Oh, how generously shall she reward you for the news, for exposing the villains, on the eve of everyone's doom. A truly heroic deed, so why won't you do it? I ask for so little. I was going to visit the Crucible anyway. Perhaps there really is no smoke without fire. Need to get my hands on. God damn. On alcohol and clothes repairs. What? Please let there be a clothes woman in here. That's all I'm doing this for. I just need a clothes woman. You're not a clothes woman. You're not a clothes woman. I don't... You know what, fine. I can't trade these things to anybody anymore anyways. Well, you're fine, I guess. But he didn't care? He didn't care. I'll take the shotgun shells. I guess I'll sell them. Maybe there's some other way to get a shotgun that people don't really know about. I don't know. I wish the noble ladies knew how to repair clothes. Oh, thank God. It's gonna be so expensive, though. I don't care. Let me through, I want to steal your things. Ow! No, let me out! God damn it! go. I might just offload all my trading stuff, because I don't know how many more opportunities I'm gonna get to trade. 7 per, so I need 14. I have no other lockpicks, so unless I get one from... I'm just gonna offload everything. Oh, lockpick. Okay. How did you see? Can't use the shotgun shells, but I can sell them, I guess. Can't really do anything with needles. Plenty of time left. $14, $15, $16, $17, $18. Turning crowbars into cash, I guess. I hope this store sells at least a single alcohol, because I think if they... Yeah, if they don't, I have to go to Bad Grief, I think, which is annoying. I don't think I can trade anybody the combustible fluid anymore, unless there's like a guy who wants it that I don't know about. I guess I gotta go down that way anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Ow! What the... What? just a rat. You just almost burned me to death because a rat was there. What in the goddamn?
Master would have approved of my actions.
They let me go, but it can't be. Georgie was supposed to put me to death. Why would he have put you to death? Why, blasphemy, of course. Or do you still not realize the fate that befell Simon? Tell me the truth, Reuben. Is Simon alive? What do you mean? Simon is dead. Certainly dead now, although he was alive. For all the while he was thought to be dead. Katerina Severova came back from another sojourn with the spirits and declared that Simon has arisen in the crucible, just now. She's hysterical. Well, Katerina is... that Clara did something to her, took her power and her crown as a mistress. Are you certain that she said that? It's impossible. I broke Simon down into tiny particles with my own hands, and turned him into the white vaccine. How are you certain that the man whose body you took was Simon Kane? You think I don't know what Simon looked like? You think his greatness, his noble visage, is comparable to his brother or anyone else? After all, if it wasn't his superhuman blood, who else's could fight the disease for so long and almost beat it, even if at the cost of lethargy? Whose? Can you tell me? Understand that in all my time here I have never, not even once, seen Simon. The only man I hope to meet here. I never saw him alive, never saw him dead. What do you expect me to believe? Fine, ask at the Crucible. Since they let me go, they clearly don't think of me as either a murderer or a blasphemer. Let me explain where Simon is. I've said all I can. Or let them explain, Simon. By the name of your master, Reuben, answer me. Did you tell the truth? It's all true. I broke Simon down into particles. Anything that couldn't be used to make the vaccine, I burned. There's no mistake. Can't you see? Only that wondrous organism could produce the white vaccine, the one that's still keeping hundreds of people alive. I give you my word. Very well. Now my path takes me to the Crucible once again, just as 9 days ago, when your master directed me there. Grief, I need alcohol. The game wants me to help someone kill himself.
Apart
Thanks, Grief. Your items are too expensive, though. Yeah, I'm helping someone drink himself to death so I can get the blueprints for the polyhedron. What was that? God damn.
I'm feverish. What can it
Actually,
be?
there was no reason for you to come see me today, for I am a chrysalis. Maria? Answer me, Maria. Are you aware that I've always been completely honest with you? I am, on Daniil. You are a man of honor. Maria, tell me. Maria, have you always been frank with me? You're the only person I've always been frank with, Antonio. This is probably because our meeting was so strange, and we have spent too little time together. You're the only one I've always been honest with, and I will keep being honest with you, Antonio. I don't want to lie to you. Maria, tell me, is it true that Simon is alive? Not quite. It's complicated, but you're not going to believe me anyway. It's a pity that you've come to know our family at this horrible time. None of us is in tune with their true nature these days. Hopefully you haven't been to the right wing. The wing where my father used to live. What's going on with you all, Maria? Mysticism. I can only tell you that you should trust us, but if you would rather abandon us now and go over to the winner's side, then you should leave, rather than watch us perish. What in the world are you talking about? Uncle is preparing to die. I'm preparing to be awakened. My father will not be here for long. I don't think I'll ever understand you, the Canes. We are innocent before our town. Nobody has ever done so much for the people as we have. Just wait some more until I awaken, and I shall explain it to you. I trust you, but would those who want to see you fall do likewise? Alright, talk to my father. Just don't be surprised by anything. Do not ask unnecessary questions. He's a bit out of it, but he can offer good advice. Fine, I'll do just that. It's interesting that this is a side quest, because this is like related to the Bachelor's primary original goal.
The crazed mob believes
My
that Simon
consciousness
was
hasn't completely
always
returned to me
charmed.
yet. I can hardly imagine how much must have changed here
They were
since then.
hounding her only yesterday.
I need to ask you a question. Ask. I shall answer as clearly as I can. Do you know why ghosts always speak in riddles? It used to puzzle me. After all, I've never felt compelled to resort to allegory in order to draw conclusions from my visions. Now I know the answer. Their consciousness is fragmented. Is it true that Simon Kane is alive? But what do you call life? Strange. Throughout my career I've answered that question numerous times, but now I don't know what to tell you. Do you believe in the soul's immortality? Yes, I do. Do you know of that which we call memory? I'm not sure. Memory is the very fine particles of a person that exist between that which is the person and that all that isn't. Some have the ability to collect those particles. For as long as people are able to retain the particles inside themselves, the person is not dead. They remain here, but their soul is not imprisoned. It flies off to where it's supposed to be. I understand that. Why then did you ask me that question about Simon? Katerina was in a frenzy. I want to know where Simon Kane is now. I want to know where Simon Kane is now. You cannot know the answer to this question. Had my daughter not fallen in love with you, you wouldn't have been allowed to ask even the questions you've asked so far. Why have you come here, Bachelor Dankovsky? I want to know the truth about Simon. So you want to know the truth about Simon? So be it. You will. The truth is that Georgie Kane, who so ardently desired eternal life for his brother, has committed himself in entirety to Simon's memory. He is imbued completely with memories of him. That is what Katerina sought, but she is very sloppy with her visions. I think I'm beginning to understand. If Katerina starts spreading rumors of Simon's return, tell him Georgie has gone mad, that he imagines himself to be Simon, and Katerina is sensing those waves. Talk to Georgie. Let him confirm his consent to being presented as a madman. Will he talk to me? Yes, go to him. Talking to him will open your eyes to the truth. You are a perceptive man after all. Help us. Such rumors would be very inopportune, and please accept some money. It will be of use in shutting up a few particularly big mouths. And accept I will. I hear the words of a person born to rule. I'm doubly grateful that this power has nothing to do with me.
Most men only die because
What do you
they
want?
know not how to prevent dying.
I just want to talk to you and ask for your blessing in a certain difficult affair. Yes, you are exactly as I imagined. My boy, when Isidore described you to me, I knew that this is the way I would like my heir to be. Alas, I have never begotten one. I am not the first Cain to lack a son, and regrettably, not the last. Why? I think this is the price we pay for leaving too much life in our wake. Life that is lush, blooming, unpredictable, and unrestrained. The soul that could have belonged to our children is dissolved in our man-made legacy. Judge, there is a rumor in town that Simon is alive and his supposed death was a ruse set by the Canes to disguise their involvement in this plague outbreak. The truth about Simon Kane is the kind of truth that may only be explained to those ready to accept it. They want to know what happened to his body? Very well. Simon Kane was afflicted with the sand plague. His body has been torn into droplets and fibers. It's a pity that we now cannot produce his remains before the non-believers. What are they to find comfort in now? The news that you've gone mad, Judge. Do you believe that I have gone mad? No, but you've changed, and I'm surprised. Here's my final request. Tell the Inquisitor that Georgie Kane has gone insane, that our family is in preparation for collective suicide. That should do. Perhaps she will even leave you alone for another day or two. That's not true, is it? Not entirely true, but true enough to satisfy a vigorous mind like hers. Temporary lives will depart so that the eternal lives will be reborn. Go now, my boy. You are no mystic after all. Farewell. I'm glad that I did in the end have the chance to meet you. Alright.
What?
Have you already been told about the Canes? God, these days I'm told about nothing but the Cane. Or do you mean something really special? I have extremely valuable information. Where do you imagine Simon Kane currently is? Partly in heaven and partly in the ground, I suppose. Why? Do you have reason to believe otherwise? You should know that Georgie Kane has gone insane. He believes himself to be Simon. He will possibly die soon. Victor too. I don't believe that. Out of the question. I don't even want to hear about it. Don't make me disappointed. I beg of you. I have told you what I intend to do. Draw your own conclusions. Is that so? Well, that changes everything. I will of course draw my own conclusions. In fact, I'm doing so right now. The information is indeed extremely valuable. I will even allow myself to appraise their precise price tag. However, it wouldn't be very nice for two crafty people like us to outwit each other, wouldn't you agree? I have my own opinion, and I'll remain entitled to it with your kind permission. Alright. I'm gonna go deliver the alcohol. Alright, give him the alcohol. Here, you see I brought the twirey, now give me the designs. Here you go, carefully or they'll catch fire. Have you seen how it burns, by the way? It's a fewer work. The flame of deep green, navy, purple, crimson, black, you're going to see it now. Stop, I have a better idea. Really? Go help your brother. Do you know that he's been arrested? He's killed several people trying to help you. That's fine, I've been suffering for 10 years because of him. So you don't care? No one does. I do care, so I'll prove that to you in practice. This place is memorable to me. It was after making this room I had an epiphany and realized how to direct my tower heavenwards. And the mask. The mask came into my possession after my unsuccessful appointment as the Master of Cremations. So here I am, doing my job. Go away from here, Peter. Maria's waiting for you. First, I'll go to my place. I don't want to see anyone in this condition. Too much is burned to ashes inside of me. Too much is evaporated into thin air. I want to drown myself in a new flame. There are soldiers in your house. They found out where you live. I'm in the clear. There's nothing for me to be afraid of. That's what you think. What if they confuse you for your brother? No. Go in peace, Danielle. Or give the designs back. Wait. Tell me, Peter. What have you constructed? What is it? Have you been inside the tower? I have. It's a multi-dimensional space. It is turned unto itself. It has no surfaces, borders, or bounds. It has no mass. It has no end. I don't believe you. Then go and see for yourself. Just let the children teach you how to get back. But this is a sensation, a groundbreaking discovery that will turn the world upside down. Discovery is not mine. I have nothing to be proud of, really. I've stumbled across it by accident. Moreover, I don't really understand how it works. I've studied my own calculations inside out. I still don't get it. Something's off, but what? That is the question. You'll find the answer one day, Peter. Alright. Oh, can you get out right here? I can't even walk there. Nope. I must leap over the fire. Ow. Look at those angles. Look at those tangent lines. Actually, those aren't tangent lines. He's just aligning the intersections? The metaphorical number. Who am I delivering these to? Inquisitor. Is both metaphorical and literal. The literal number that needs to go up is the viewer count. Metaphorical number is the number inside the hearts of all men. We act only so that number go up.
Did you see anything we...
What happened?
Here are the
when
blueprints.
bones
Hopefully you'll
stayed
treat them with
locked?
utmost care. They will probably become a
Has someone been burned
bibliographical
there
rarity even before the author passes away. That's out of the question. From what I know about the author, he doesn't have much time left. A wild lifestyle, heightened anxiety, alcohol and hallucinogen addiction, obsessive phobias, remarkably intensive neural stress. Hey, this is like exactly like someone I know. And yet you were implying something else in mentioning his short lifespan. What? No. As you are probably aware, yesterday I took the young man under my protection and averted a threat to him. Admittedly, I also implied that people like him are always in danger. Always. Tell me, how long have you known that man? His brother and I were peers, back when we were in university. Has he ever told you of the similarities the two of you bear? That you can end up in a position similar to his, and vice versa? That being an inevitable victim of circumstance is the only fate available to a genius? I ask you to be precise. A lot of things hinge on your answer. That was a disturbing question. No, he never said that. Well, let us take a look at the blueprints then. What do you think? It's an absolute masterpiece. Is that what you think? Well, I'll have a look. Go now, and only come back here after a while, preferably tomorrow. Just as I intended. I mean, we're at the end of the game, basically. I might just skip time just to get to the ending. I mean, I'll just throw a save down. We'll skip time to the next day. If that leads to a catastrophic end state, we'll just load. Oh my, he gets the stab attack and I don't get the stab attack. It's just a 50-50. The stab attack is just better than the swipe attack. Like any letters, maybe there's another side quest. No. Alright, passing more time it is. I think what's interesting is that if you successfully complete the Bachelor's main quests, you are forced to miss one of the mime shows, so you can't actually see all of the mime shows if you do the Bachelor's quest successfully. Oh my god, there's so much plague. I'll buy the spec, just wait, military. I already have army boots. I'll buy the bread bag just in case. I'll loot a house while we're here. I've already looted this house.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
If I remember correctly, Pathologic 2 only has autosaves? So it is like a considerable difference to this game. The evening letter from the Inquisitor, day 10. Just to remind you, any news from Barak yet? Any luck proving the mineral origins of the bacterium? Last time we spoke, Barak did his best to assure me that the Avatar is clean of infection. Tomorrow he is supposed to present me with evidence of that. As of now, I have no reason to suspect him of being short-sighted, let alone dishonest. If I understand him right, the character of the local soil renders geodesic reports unnecessary. Both the earth and the water here appear to be pure. But what caused the outbreak in this case? I'd rather not recur to the carrier hypothesis. After all, we only have one day left. Why do they keep saying, like, 11 days? Is that, like, the ultimatum that, like, the powers that be set to just blow up the city? Is that what it is? It's been unclear.
The law of gravity is tragically incompatible with dream catching. Illusions have to be let go of in good time.
There is a tricky way to save the specular tower, but there will be casualties. What do you say?
The law demands that we remain silent, as if there's nothing to save but this ridiculous tower.
There is another tricky way. It allows for saving the town of men, but it also requires a sacrifice to be made. What do you say?
The law is impartial. The choice is yours.
Is there an alternative way to subvert your ridiculously unfair law?
We're just doing our job. Why all the fuss? You've got time. Live some more.
There is great.
All right. I wonder if you fail a day of the main quest, does it just assume... Like, does the story just continue as if you succeeded it? They're particular about like where I can access that from. I swear it lit up. Huh. Yeah, I can't access it. It's so finicky though.